This question is asking us to write an equation of a line that is parallel to the line with the equation 18x minus 15y equals 60 and goes through the point -5, 2. So there are two things that we need to think about here. We need to think about a parallel line, meaning having the same slope as this line, and it has to go through this point specifically. So I'm going to start by figuring out the slope. I can figure out the slope by taking the original line and rewriting it in a different form. So the way that this line is written right now, I cannot really tell, at least not very easily, what the slope is. But if I manipulate it to get it into slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, then I'll be able to determine what m the slope is. So first thing I'm going to do here, let me switch colors. First thing I'm going to do here is move this term, 18x, to the other side because I'm trying to isolate y. I want y to be by itself. So since this is a positive 18x, that means I'm going to subtract from both sides. When I do that, these 18x's, they cancel out. So on the left side, all that remains is -15y. On the right side, these are not like terms. 60 does not have a variable. -18x has a variable x, so I can't combine them. So instead, I'm just going to write them next to each other. And in order to match this format, I'm going to put the term with an x first. So this will be -18x. 60 was positive, so plus 60. Okay, we're getting closer. So now we have 15y, -15y on the left side, but y still isn't completely by itself. So I need to divide, because -15 is being multiplied by y. The inverse of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide every single term by -15 in order to isolate y. When I do that, these -15's cancel out. So I have just y left over on the left side. -18 over -15. That's going to become a positive number, and I'm going to think about simplifying this fraction. So I'm trying to think, are there any common factors between 18 and 15? Yes, 3 is a factor of both of them. 18 divided by 3 is 6, or meaning 3 goes into 18 6 times, and 3 goes into 15 5 times. So this simplifies to 6 over 5x. 60 divided by -15 will be a negative number, and 15 goes into 60 exactly 4 times. So this is, let me make this all green. So this is the equation of the original line that we were given. I've just rewritten it in a form that's a little easier for us to interpret. So now I can tell that the slope of this line, which is the coefficient of x, is 6 over 5. So now I can take this slope and the point that we were given and use point slope form to write the equation. So point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So all I need for this form is the slope of the line, and x1 and y1 are representing a point that's on the line, which I have here. So let's put it in this form. So y1 is positive 2. It's subtraction, so it'll be y minus 2. The slope we just found is 6/5. So m I'm replacing with 6 over 5. And then x minus x1, which is -5. Minus a -5 is going to become plus 5. So this is one accurate way that we could write this equation. Another way, if you'd rather do this graphically, more visually, I can take this line and graph it, which I already did here. So I graphed this line by graphing the y-intercept, which is -4, and going up 6 over 5 and creating this line. Now, we know that we want this new line to go through the point -5, 2. So I graph that point here. Since these lines are parallel, they're going to have the exact same slope. So from this point, I'm going to go up 6 over 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now I have 2 points on this line. So I can draw what the line will look like, and I can figure out the equation in slope-intercept form. The slope we already know is 6 over 5, and B, the y-intercept, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So y equals 6/5 x plus 8 is also an acceptable equation to represent this parallel line that goes through the given point.